And you are live, my friend.
What? Monday? Monday
Monday.
morning, I'm live. Let me get into Facebook. I don't believe it till I see it. Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Cotton. I'll be your realtor today. I'm looking. I'm looking to buy, sell, and trade real estate. What?
Oh my goodness.
No, this is our show. This is the part of the show where Jason and I share this off to all of our favorite people. If you want to be one of our if you want to be one of our favorite people, you're gonna want to start sharing too. Hold on, I'm getting into Facebook.
I'm doing the
All right.
same. Trying to find it here. It's not in Facebook just yet. Takes about 30 seconds or so for it to map over to Facebook.
Oh, I found it, but it says video interrupted. What are our topics today, Jason? We got headline Mondays. What is it? Newsmaker Mondays.
Yes, top newsmakers for March 6, 2017.
What do we got for some stories so I can kind of?
We are going to talk a little bit about. We are going to talk here. Let me pull it up here. About the changing landscape in real estate as far as firms combining forces. I want to get your take on that. We're going to talk about a new study came out, Arizona, an average state for first-time home buyers. What does that mean? Obviously, Ben Carson last week was confirmed. And then some little Dodd-Frank CFPB stuff.
Okay.
Can't give it all away.
Well, I'm just trying to get bullet points that way people
No, I
can
know.
say, "Oh, I want."
I'm teasing, man. I'm teasing.
All right, man. What does that mean? Three. Ben Carson.
All right, Sharon. Is that a name or is that what I'm doing? Sharon.
It's what you're
Sharon.
doing. Oh, was it rhetorical? I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm almost done with my. So what happens is I type kind of a little brief description, and then I start sharing. How are you today?
Could be
Good.
me. Could be
Why
me.
don't you? Hey, me. Why don't you start sharing? That's what you should be doing if you're here. All right.
Okay, let's see here. Group. Masterminds.
Got the music. It says my live video is interrupted, but I can see. You're on the Facebook. Yours isn't interrupted, right?
No, it's still going, dude. It might
Oh
be
my
your
goodness.
internet.
All right, I like it. Hey, Jason and I are doing what we do in the back scene here, where the show starts in what, 7 minutes? Somebody give me a number.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. What? The show starts in about 5 minutes. I'm trying to get to what I need to get to make sure that you guys get to watch it. If you have any questions or comments, today is the newsmaker. So if you want to write anything down or anything you want to discuss, we usually do a Throwback Thursday episode where we throw back all the comments you give us, and we make it a story or answer your questions. In the meantime, what did everybody do this weekend? What did you do this weekend?
I did chores.
Interesting.
Chores and worked, actually. Worked this
Well,
weekend.
it doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too fun. Saturday was kind of one of those blah days, right? I mean, it was cloudy. It wasn't very, I don't know, just not very motivating of a day.
What did I do on Saturday? Oh, I drove around. Saturday? Yeah, Saturday I showed houses. Sunday I drove around for investment stuff. So that's what I did.
Nice.
Yeah. We looked at a couple of investment properties. In fact, I need to write an offer up. This house is trying to sell for 630. We're going to offer around 5. So
Yeah.
you say you make the money on the buy. So if we can get it for 5, then it's a deal. So I'll work on that this morning. And then I have a listing thing today over there in Surprise Farms area.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Surprise! And then I just got off the phone with the lady that might want to sell her condo.
Condo. That's going to be one of the topics, headlines for
What?
today. How did you know that?
No, well, they're just telling you what I know, which is what I'm doing on the daily. All right, so Saturday I showed some houses to a guy named Steven, spelled the same way. And I think we might have, he's doing some research today on schools to make sure that they want, but might be a good day for Steven.
Nice. Nice, man. Hey, I noticed we got some viewers in here. Please share this show with your friends and family if you're looking to buy, sell, refinance property. Obviously, we'd love to be a part of that with you. Also, if you are at our Facebook page, please like our Facebook page. You may not be watching this, though, from the Facebook page.
What's that? You're watching yourself? I'm all done, man. I'm done sharing. I'm ready to rock.
All right, I'm almost done.
I want to rock. Oh, I went karaoke on Friday, so I did that too. Yeah. So
nice.
Quite productive weekend for me.
Okay, one more share here. And then I got to do the Periscope. Got to get to the Periscope, folks.
Oh, yeah. I love the Periscope. My favorite part. For those that aren't familiar with Periscope, I like to say what happens is Jayson will share it to the Periscope, and then I say, hey, everybody on Periscope. And then they run away like little cockroaches to the light. But they're not cockroaches. They're Periscope. I like them to say something. Wouldn't that be interesting? That would be great for the show. That's funny.
All right. Okay.
Looks like we got some comments. Somebody's looking for a rental, so we got to follow up with Joy.
Nice. Nice. Looking for a rental. We can help with that. Stefan and his group can definitely help with that. Okay. And if you want to write your comments in the Facebook deal, let me just do that here real quick.
That way you can watch what's going on.
Yes, I can try to monitor here what's going on.
I'm back in it. All right, man. All right. I am just sitting here looking pretty.
You got to entertain, brother. You got to entertain.
Oh, I got to entertain. Okay, yeah.
Do some mime work. Do some. Okay, we're getting ready to start it here.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10, everybody. So if you want to put your guesses down here in the comment section, I'll tell you if you're right. Who wants to be right? Oh, I should write it down. That way you guys know I'm not making it up. That way I'm not cheating. All right. The first one to write this wins. Yep, I got my number picked out. All right, guys. How much longer do we have?
Not much longer, buddy. Not much longer.
I'm going to write it down in case it comes in backwards. In fact, I'm going to write it backwards, too, in case it's that mirror thing. All right. Anybody write anything? Jayson? Any comments? Still sharing?
I'm just getting a Periscope here. Okay. Go live. Nobody has shared yet.
Nobody has guessed my number.
Nobody's
all right.
Guessed the number.
You guys don't. If you don't guess, you don't win.
All right, let's do this, man.
All right. Well, really quick for the Periscope people, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
All right, let's go, man. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of 22 Minutes with Jayson and Stefan. I am Jayson Bates, bringing you the lender side of things, and he is Stefan Cotton. He is bringing you the real estate side of things. And we together not only hope to entertain you, but also educate you about what's happening in the real estate world. So if you're looking to buy, sell, refinance property, we want to be your team of choice. And you can reach out to us by visiting our Facebook page at 22 Mins, 22 Mins, 22 MINS, I think it is, right? Mins.
22 minutes. Yeah.
And subscribe or like the page and write comments there. Contact us from there. If you watch us on YouTube, give us that thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Would appreciate that. So, with that, and all the Periscope folks out there, hello, all everyone there at Periscope. We got 5 viewers there on Periscope, so thanks for visiting us there on Periscope. Be sure to subscribe to the Periscope as well. Our Twitter handles are above us too, so if you like Twitter, we're all over social media, all over social media.
We do it all, man.
We do it all. We do it all. Hey, this is Monday, so we're going to cover some of the top newsmakers here in real estate. So stay tuned for that. But before we do that, let's get to today's tweet quote of the day. All right, this one is this is a meme. Memes are pretty popular right now, but this one is here's a heartwarming picture of a little girl that saved a fish from drowning, and she's hugging a trout.
Oh my goodness.
So she looks like she went fishing this weekend.
Right. We were talking about what we did this weekend.
Yeah, yeah. She obviously went fishing this weekend.
I think the other thing somebody did this weekend was shave parts of their facial hair.
I did. My wife my wife says I look ridiculous, so this is probably coming off. My hair is a mess right now too, but hey, you know it's Monday, man. It's Monday.
Well, it reminds me of like an 80s lifeguard.
Should I break out the
Well, you need
buoy or
like
something
like
like
a
that?
blue sunscreen on your nose or something.
Yeah, I'll put the zinc oxide on my nose and
Yeah.
hit the beach, man. I don't have the body for the beach. So thank you for confirming my wife was right and I look a little ridiculous.
It's all right. It's always good to do it one day.
You gotta laugh at yourself, man. You gotta laugh at yourself. All right, it's gonna come off. It's gonna come off. Hey, we got a lot of news to cover, so let's get right into today's top newsmakers.
All right.
That is not supposed to be playing right now, so we're gonna go to.
Wah.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle. Arizona came in number 24 out of 50, scoring well in credit availability, but not much else. There are some challenges for them that do not have. Let me back up here for a minute. There are some challenges for them in that we do have a bit of a tight market, said Paula Montefiore. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's the president of Arizona Association of Realtors. Arizona is a very diverse market. You definitely see there are more and more millennials looking to get into the market. So this article really goes into how difficult it is to, although credit availability is out there, down payment assistance is pretty readily available here in Arizona.
Right.
Finding the home is a bit of a challenge because there are multiple offers on homes, right, for first-time home buyers. The price points are such that, I just spoke to somebody over the weekend here. He was looking to buy a house for I think it was $165,000, and the home had 7 offers in 2 hours.
Right.
So, although credit and everything is available, it's not. It's still a challenge for first-time home buyers. So we came right in the middle.
We got We're going to be listing a house for 165 with a pool this week.
Okay. All right. You'll have
So
to,
if that's your client, let them know.
yeah, direct message me there and let me know what that looks like there.
Make him a winner winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Um,
Yes.
okay. All right. Cool. Next story here, and I think that we have a Facebook comment here, but I can't really see it, so I don't know what's going on. Oh,
That
Chantel.
that 165 is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Just so you know,
Okay, three bedroom, two bath.
we're getting photos done today.
Okay, number two story here.
Oh,
Real.
she's trying to tell me to comment. You got to tell us the comment.
Well, the comment here. I'll put it up here, but I think it's a personal one for you,
Oh,
so I don't
sure.
know.
Take her
Yeah,
medicine.
from your wife, Stefan. How many Depeche Mode tickets do you want? Um,
Oh, there you go. Oh,
okay then. All right, we know what
it's all about the
Stefan's
Depeche
doing
Mode.
tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
If you want to see Stefan, he will be. Okay, so Realty Executives is merging with a another Chandler-based show Chandler-based real estate company called Show Appeal Realty. They're
Mhm.
merging together. Now, why I thought this was kind of interesting here because last year I read a story about the National Association of Realtors and a study they did about companies and realtors getting on teams and how the real estate market is changing and not just in real estate but in terms of realtors and how they're viewing their business, I guess. And they predicted that there would be a lot of mergers going on in real estate, and this is proof that that study was maybe spot on. Red Brick Realty, which is another real estate firm here in the valley, or was, they merged with Realty Executives last year as well. So, my question to you, Stefan, is what is uh, what is the advantage there? Why do companies merge? Is it branding?
Yeah. I'll
What
tell
is the
you.
motivation there?
My idea, the reason why I would do it is I'm right now I'm creating. I have a team. I'm creating a team, and I'm creating systems, and I'm creating a pay structure that's different than others, and I'm creating an experience that's different than others. So once I get the machine 100%, it's marketable, and I can show a broker what I'm making on the books for the team and the processes and stuff, and then somebody could merge with me or buy me out in that sense and take over my systems. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. No,
So
it's a
that's
long
the behind
term
it.
thing.
Yeah. So what I would after I have enough revenue, and I think you get like 10 times whatever as a valuation or something. I'm not exactly sure, but the the Red Brick, they did a great job of creating their systems and their niche, probably their little pay structure. So Realty Exec said, okay, I want to take that over. So they
Hmm.
bought them out in the form of a merger. So the people in place are still in place, probably at the same pay scale, but they're just Realty Execs.
Right, right. All right. Sorry about that block there. Okay. So yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. I hear a lot of agents though too that want to form their own agency, a small agency or whatever, and they want to get their broker's license, things like that. I don't know if that's perception in the public that the reason they want to do that, but I do think that having some of that name branding and that name recognition can go a long way to help one's business.
Well, those little boutique ones are cute for what they are. I mean, you get a little different experience.
Yeah.
Like if you go with the Realty Execs, you can say something like, "We have 10 offices in the valley.
Yeah.
We have right now we have like 600 listings or something."
Right.
When you're that little bit boutique or even a red brick, maybe at most you have 30 listings at a time or something.
Right. Yeah. It's difficult.
It's a better foot in the door for your marketing. We have a few agents that are new that use my experience to help. Hey, my team leader has 7 years experience. He does 5 to 15 deals a month.
Yeah. No, it helps big time. Okay. Last week, Ben Carson was confirmed as HUD secretary. Oh, that's not good. Was
Oh, he was.
confirmed.
That's not good.
That is good. I just got a phone call there.
Personal opinion. No, I'm just kidding.
I should have turned on airplane mode. Note to self: airplane mode on the phone. Ben Carson confirmed as HUD secretary last week.
Perfect.
Good
My
move, bad move. We don't know yet. There's a lot of people talking that he doesn't have the experience, but then again, he doesn't need the experience as long as he's got the right people underneath him, that sort of thing. I guess that's true for anything, right? I don't need any experience in mortgages if
probably
I
my
got
seventh
people.
favorite doctor, which is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all good. We'll see what happens with Mr. Carson there. Now, one thing that is a little bit of a controversy, a lot of controversy this week, right, in political arenas here. Ben Carson, not immune to that. Ben Carson, an aide to Ben Carson, his name is Shermichael Singleton, a black conservative, had been working at HUD as a senior advisor. He was preparing a cross-country tour with Mr. Carson, whose nomination had gotten the slow track in the Senate. Singleton made the mistake of writing an article critical of Trump on the Hill, an avowed Trump adversary, in the last days of the campaign. So he wrote a bad article. He wrote some, not so flattering things about Mr. Trump, President Trump, and as a result, he is now fired.
Wow.
Note to self: don't say bad things about your boss. You never know.
Right.
Okay. Next
I'm
story
gonna write
here.
that down. You said note to self. I'm gonna write that down. Don't say bad things about my boss. Sounds like pretty good advice.
Stefan, you will never hear me say anything negative about you.
But it's not just like saying bad things. It's like publishing bad things.
I
You know what I
know. I
mean?
don't get. I see that on social media. I mean, it's a prime example of that, right? Once it's out there, and
Yeah.
people write some ridiculous things on there. Okay, Dodd-Frank changes projected for midsummer. This could be big.
Okay.
We,
I like this one.
yeah, this we noticed there last Tuesday or whatever. President Trump spoke in front of Congress, right, on the Hill or
Right.
whatever I don't know how they do that, but or what that is, if that's Congress or the Senate or whatever. But he didn't make any mention of Dodd-Frank and the rollback of Dodd-Frank. He's got a lot on his plate, honestly. Dodd-Frank is
Right.
probably not one of the highest priorities, but Dodd-Frank, Blaine Lutemeyer, chairman of the Subcommittee of Financial Institutions and Consumer Credit, told attendees of the CUNA conference to expect the House to pass Dodd-Frank replacement before summer. The Financial Choice Act, introduced by full committee chairman Jeb Henserling, these last names kill me, will make the CFPB director serve as the president's pleasure, at the president's pleasure. The revised bill will be introduced in a few weeks. Luke Meyer, I don't know, I'm just call him Luke Meyer, projects the Senate will likely still want a commission that's somewhat independent of the president, and details have not been worked out. So there's still some behind the scenes things going on. What do you replace it with? Kind of like the healthcare, Obamacare kind of thing. Wendy Plunk is here. I don't know Wendy Plunk. Do you know Wendy Plunk? Wendy Plunk, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
She just said
Appreciate
hi.
you. Yeah, she just said hi. We can. I think I can put her up there. Maybe I put up the wrong one there, but I can put it up for sure.
Hey Wendy, how many Depeche Mode tickets do you want?
Stefan's going to Depeche Mode, so if you need
There's
tickets,
a good
reach
chance
out to.
I'm just purchasing tickets and I'm not going. But
All right. And let's see here. There was another thing on this rollback here that I wanted to touch base on. Maybe
so
not.
we're gonna have more details in a couple of weeks. It sounds like, or the bill will be introduced.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have a pretty good idea of some of the stuff that's going to be removed.
And
Like
I don't
parts of
think
the
all of it's going to
CFPB.
be removed, right? I mean, I think part of it, there's going to be some changes, especially on the secondary market, which is most important. It's kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff. I don't think that we're going to unlicense loan officers or anything like that. But as far as the secondary market goes and loosening that up to then help create new loan products as the price point of homes increases, we need some more creativity when it comes to loans to get more homeowners into the mix. And the reason for that is because home ownership at all-time lows, right? The Census
Not
Bureau,
here.
huh?
Here?
Well, here it's nationwide. The Census
Yeah.
Bureau says we are bouncing along at the bottom quarter after quarter of home ownership since records have been kept. So we're bouncing around the bottom here since records have been kept. Only 63% of Americans are homeowners. 63%. That's not very much when you think about it.
Was okay. I thought it was gonna be a lot less. So when you say we're at the bottom, I'm thinking like one out of every four. But
Well, America was built on the dream of home ownership, right? I mean, that's really one of our core values as a citizen of the United States. Yet existing home sales surged to a 10-year high in January. How can we have record setting home sales and declining home ownership? There
I
are
know
two answers. Two answers to
my
that.
first would be that investors are buying it
Okay, good call.
because that way you buy multiple houses. Is the house is still moved, but it's not homeowners that are moving in. That's
Yep.
one of them, right?
No, no.
That's not one of the two
Not
reasons.
according to this article. Not according to this article.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. The first one is home sales are only about new home sales, only about a third of what they were in 2005.
Oh,
Plus, we have a growing population. The two factors
yeah.
combined give us a new home, give us a low home ownership rate. So our population is growing, therefore suppressing some of the.
So when you say new home ownership, are we talking like 2017 builds? Is that the caveat here?
Yes, looks like.
Because that's what it sounds like if new homes in 2005. Okay.
Well, it says
So
home sales and declining home ownership. There are two answers. First, new home sales are only about a third of what they were in 2005. So, new home sales accounted for a lot of new homeowners because they would build entry level homes.
right, right,
That isn't happening as much.
right. Here in
Location,
the
location,
valley.
location, especially here in Phoenix, right? Plus, existing home sales have been way too competitive. I mean, you really couldn't build a home for what you could resell a home for. Builders were
Right.
struggling for quite some time to get people in. Next thing here, mortgage interest deduction is not on the table. There's been a lot of talk back and forth about the tax liability and being able to deduct your mortgage interest. And that was for the whole Obama presidency, one of the things that was scaring a lot of people that may go away. That is no longer on the table. It's not going away. It's staying. It is staying.
Maybe they can throw that credit card as a tax deduction too now. Credit card interest back in the day. It used
Yeah.
to be like car loans and credit card interest.
Yeah. Right.
That would really help America.
That would help America. So, speaking of credit requirements, we got about 4 minutes left here, or condo requirements. You spoke in the pre-show there about condos, right? Freddie Mac is going to loosen their guidelines when it comes to condos. I think this is a good thing. Freddie Mac will be allowing condos that were conversions from a condo hotel. So condos that were converted from a condo hotel. This is probably more popular, not so much here in Phoenix. I really don't see these ever here in Phoenix, to be quite honest with you. But down in Miami, Florida, maybe in California, New York, that sort of thing. Effective March 1st. So it happened last week. Freddie Mac will also be upping the percentage of units allowed to be owned by a single investor to 15%. I think it was 10% before. More Fannie and Freddie changes are coming that will liberalize underwriting guidelines, so make certain you're keeping up to date and watch the show weekly, Monday, 9 a.m. Arizona time.
So say those numbers again. It went from 10 to 15 or 15 to 10.
10 to 15. So they increased. So one investor can own multiple units in a complex.
Yeah.
Used to be one investor could not own more than 10%. I believe it's 10% in
Okay.
one unit. So you'd have these investors go in and buy just, hey, I'll take
keep
10
buying.
of them. I'll take 20 of them. Whatever. And then they rent them out. Right. And then those become essentially apartment complexes, which has been a tough thing for condos and lendability because once they become investor heavy, the pride of ownership, all the other things that go along with the upkeep and maintenance, the HOAs, that sort of thing, can be a little bit of a liability. Plus, you can have lawsuits and all kinds of stuff. So condos pose some problems when it comes to lending. So for them to open that up a little bit, I think that's a good thing. And I think that speaks to the affordability thing that we keep on preaching. I've seen more people look at condos, even manufactured homes, because of the affordability. right? People are starting to
But
go toward those.
I guess I'm just trying to dissect it. You're saying that if the investor can go from 10 to 15% ownership, that would kind of drive it more towards the apartment complex rental side of things.
Well, that's been the argument of Fannie and Freddie, that the more
Yeah.
investors that you have in a complex, and one investor. So what if that one investor went belly up? Then you have 10% or 15% of that complex vacant,
Right.
which causes some risk
Right.
accessions there. Now, investors as a whole, investors can own up to, I think it's 50. I think it's a little bit higher than that now, but it used to be investors could not own more than 50% of a complex.
Right.
Right. So you have a group of investors and multiple investors, single investors, weekend investors. That complex could not have more than 50% non-owner occupied units.
Right.
Right. I think
So,
it's higher now.
because, well, the FHA guideline was that they had to have 50% owner occupants to get
Yeah.
qualified. So,
To get approved. Right. So the fact that they're opening that up and they're loosening that guideline a little bit, that's a good thing. That is a good
right.
thing. This one is kind of on my side of the fence. Only 58% pass the mortgage licensing test. I didn't know there
And
were
the
that
other,
many people even
the other
applying to
40,
be a mortgage broker or mortgage lender.
well, the other 44% are realtors now.
Da da da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
What do you do if you don't pass that test?
You can take it again. You can take it
Become
up to
you
I
need a
forget how
processor?
I forget how many it is, but you can take it. I think 4 times in a 6 month period, or 4 times, and then you have to wait 6 months in order to take it again, or 3 times and then you have to wait 6 months to take it again. So and you have to wait 30 days in between each test. I think it is. So if you fail it the first time, you got to wait 30 days, take it again. If you fail it again, you got to wait 30 days, take it again. If you fail it
So
again, you got to wait 6 months.
58% of people pass it on the first time, or 58% of people pass it?
It just says 58% pass the mortgage licensing test. As one of the subject matter experts who review NMLS test questions for accuracy and relevance, that is a pretty amazing figure. I don't know if it's pretty amazing or not. Most questions seem to have a 90% success rate by test takers. To me, those questions are so basic that it is little wonder they are answered correctly. There are some questions on there that are pretty stupid, really. I'm not trying to make the test harder,
Right.
but what defines a homeowner? That kind of silliness.
Ooh.
So the fact that only 58% of them passed was a little
Yeah.
eye opener to me. CFPB, last thing, and then we'll cut it off because we're out of time here. CFPB is facing its first jury trial.
Sweet.
So this is actually a pretty interesting case here for the CFPB because they actually they sued Nationwide Biweekly Administration. That's the name of the company in Xenia.
Nationwide Biweekly Administration.
It doesn't rhyme, right?
No.
Nationwide
It
is
is.
biweekly on your side.
Yep.
In Xenia, Ohio, and its founder, Daniel Lipsky. The case is about to go to trial, allegedly making misleading claims about a program to help consumers pay off their mortgage faster and reduce interest payments. Nationwide decided to fight it in court. The CFPB used tactics like, quote, Operation Choke Point, end quote, where the agencies attacked banks, used the company to put it out of business. So the CFPB went after the banks,
Right.
kind of choked them out, saying, "Hey, you better not, do business with Nationwide. We're looking at them." Kind of forced them to go out of business. The company claims it's regulated by 40 states, and not one has brought a claim of unfair or deceptive practices. A former CFPB official says something very important to take note of. Compliance with the state law is not an absolute defense to a federal UDAAP violation. That means you can be passing your state audits with flying colors, and the state may think your practices are okay, but the CFPB may think your business practices are unfair and deceptive. This case is exactly why lenders don't like to lend. So they
Right.
can lend in the state of Arizona and not have any problems with the state banking regulations, pass the flying colors, and the CFPB comes in and says, no, they're looking at it wrong. This is how we look at it. You are being deceptive, and we're gonna, put you out of business. So
So
that's the crux
so he had
of the problem.
tactics to get the payment done quicker, and that was his hook.
That was a
Like
selling
maybe
point, yeah. To get
maybe make biweekly payments. I mean, listen, at this mortgage company, you make biweekly payments and you get the mortgage done, 5 years earlier or whatever, because you attack that interest rate. I
yeah.
mean, is that I'm not sure that's what he was saying, but I would imagine those are one of the ways you can, you know, eat away at the mortgage faster. And if their mortgage company practices that as a rule, you do biweekly sales so you can pay off the mortgage quicker. I don't know if that's
I don't know
like
what the sales tactics were. I don't know if they
right,
were deceptive in getting people to call them back. I don't know. It doesn't. The article doesn't say that. The point that
right.
I'm
The
making here
state
is,
says it's okay. The CFPB says it isn't.
yeah,
I just wonder what it
he's going
was.
after. I mean, 40 different states. I mean, come on. There's 40 different opinions going on there, right?
Right.
And for the CFPB to have that 41st that says all of a sudden it's wrong, they're decided to take their chances in court with that one, which has
All
been
right.
the problem here in the lending side of things. CFPB, because again, the CFPB is not there's no oversight on the CFPB
Right.
currently, but that may change. That may change. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Appreciate you joining us today. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to what us two, I don't know, yahoos,
Right.
professionals have to say.
That's
Hopefully, you
double
got
three.
some value out of it. Did you want to say something?
No, I said as we stumble through the headlines today, I haven't had a coffee yet, so I'm excited
Oh
to.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we do
Unload a
this
little
every
bit.
Monday. We take the top news stories from the week that was, and then we talk about them in real estate. So if you have anything that you'd like to contribute, something maybe you came across in your local community, reach out to us. Write your comments right below here on our Facebook page. We'd appreciate that. We do try to respond to all of our comments. I know Wendy Plunk had made a couple comments there. I don't know what 8 is, Wendy, so you'd have to elaborate that for us. But appreciate you spending time here with us today. Tell your friends and family, and if you're looking to buy, sell, or refinance property here in the state of Arizona, more particular here in Phoenix, Arizona, we certainly would love to be your lender and realtor of choice. So please reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. So that's going to do it for today's show. Appreciate you
Oh,
guys.
I know what Wyndham Plunk was talking about.
Oh,
The number was three.
three what?
So remember, I picked the number between 1 and 10 at the very
Oh, your
beginning of the show.
number. Okay.
Yes.
The number was 3. Oh, she was not too far off. Not too far off,
As far off as you could be.
I guess. But it's a good guess because 8 is kind of halfway in between 5 and 10 and whatever.
Right.
So not a bad guess. Hey, thanks for playing, Wendy. Appreciate that. All right. Hey, we're going to do this tomorrow, 9 a.m. Arizona time. Tomorrow's Trending Tuesday, so we'll be talking about some of the trends in the real estate market. So be sure and join us. Tell your friends and family to join us too. So until then, everyone have a great day. We'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everybody.